Hi, today we are going to talk about a book book and movie review, and this is Dracula. Now, I watched this yesterday night, and it's okay. It totally didn't follow. I think it did have, what it had the story of Dracula, a little bit of the story of the main book, which obviously is about Jonathan Harker, Mina, and the destruction of the vampire. But it didn't have, it had extra parts. And this is a story about Dracula. Basically, he was the god or prince, not god, prince of Ramonia or something like that. And he basically fought a war. He was a fighter of Christ, and then his wife died, committed suicide, and then he started killing everybody and chopping their heads off, and then he turned into a vampire. This is based on the true story of Vad Clog or whatever. I don't really remember his name, but I'll link it down below, or I'll write his name down below. But basically he was a evil type leader, an evil leader, and he was an evil leader, and he wasn't that he would fight people and chop off their heads and drink blood and stuff like that, saying it was sacred and stuff. But in fact, this movie kind of shows that, but then it also shows more of his love for his wife that died, which is really interesting, makes it a little bit more interesting, but then also makes it kind of stupid because he's following Mina, and they fall in love a little bit, and that doesn't happen at all in the book. At all. They don't fall in love. Dracula and Mina do not love each other. They hate. Mina is terrified of him. She doesn't love him. So, this movie, although it was pretty good on its own, I did not like it really as much as I thought. I thought that this movie would be more, it was told to be kind of exactly like or close to the original. So, I mean, yeah, I just didn't really like this movie. Another thing is that this movie, I did like some of the characters and the performers who did that movie. I really liked the three suitors, Lucy suitors, and how they kind of portrayed that. I loved the portrayal of Dracula growing older and younger in the film, and I also liked the portrayal of Anthony Hopkins as, what's his name? Yeah, as Van Helsing, because Van Helsing is pretty old and he's not young, but he's a professor and he's really old. And so, in fact, that I really liked that. I also liked some scenes where when Dracula would appear younger in Mina's eyes, Jonathan Harker would appear older and gray in his hair and everything. So I thought that was really interesting take from the movie. Also, I did like the costumes in this movie and the way it was filmed in a way. I really liked the part when Dr. Stewart, who was, I don't even know who he was played by, I don't remember. But he was a really good character in the movie, and how he kind of spoke on his recorder, and how they kind of captured the essence of a diary and stuff. I just really liked that. So yep, and that is my really comparison, or not comparison, but review on Brian Stoker's Dracula, which has Gary Oldman as Dracula, Winona Ryder as Mina, Anthony Hopkins as Van Helsing, and Keanu Reeves as Jonathan Harker. So, yeah. I don't know if you guys should watch it. I mean, I've watched it twice, I think. The first time I really liked it. The second time, not so much. So, what I would do is probably like rent this from a library or whatever. Rent it from your local library or whatever, Redbox or whatever. There's not much places you can rent, but yes. So I rate this a 3 out of 5 stars, movie stars. So yes. So have a great day, okay? Bye.